Hi, and welcome to our segment today. We have some great things planned for you. My name is Adam Greenberg, and I am the executive chef here at Barcelona Restaurant in West Hartford, Connecticut. We have some great things planned, as I said. We're going to do a couple tricks today. We got a couple little things I'm going to teach you. And first off, we're going to be doing our Mussels Al Diablo, which is one of our favorite restaurant recipes here. And you can find it in the cookbook, actually. So let me get started. First, I'm going to start with, we have one of our trusty little handy burners here, which any of you can own at home. So this is just a burner where we just use some butane and a saute pan, which I've been preheating at the time. I'm just going to turn this up to medium-high heat, and I'm just going to use a little bit of blended olive oil, about a tablespoon. A lot of times when people cook, they tend to use too much olive oil. We're not frying here. We just want to have enough olive oil to saturate the pan. Okay? It's a really basic recipe, so you can do this at home, and it does have some spice to it, and I'll get to that in a second. Today we're going to be adding some slivered garlic. We sliver our garlic here at the restaurant because we like to maintain the flavor of the garlic, and when you cook it and brown it, if you puree the garlic up, you're going to find that it has a lot of water and moisture. When you add it to a pan, it's going to burn. So we've slivered our garlic here, and the way to sliver garlic is you can find a truffle slicer at Williams-Sonoma, plugging, and for $12 you can find a truffle slicer and sliver your garlic. So we're going to add a little bit of garlic. Now, there is no right or wrong way here. You can follow a recipe, but if you like a lot of garlic, add a lot of garlic. If you like a little garlic, add a little garlic. Okay? So we're just starting this in the pan on medium-high heat, and we're just looking to brown the garlic. And like I said, when you sliver garlic, when you go to brown it, you're going to have more time to fiddle with your food. When you add pureed garlic, it's going to burn really quickly, which I'm sure a lot of you have experienced at home at one point or another. So we're looking to lightly brown it. Then once we lightly brown, we're going to add some chili flake. Okay? Now again, if you like garlic, add a lot of garlic. If you don't like spice, don't add chili flake. We add a little bit of chili flake, about a pinch. If you like extra spice, add more pinches. Okay? So we brown the garlic, we add the chili flake, and then we're going to add our mussels. Today we're using PEI, Prince Edward Island mussels. They are restaurant ready, meaning the beards have been cleaned. And a lot of mussels you're going to find here, there's going to be a beard at the end, they call it, and you just want to rip the beard off, but we've obviously already cleaned them off. So you're just going to add them to the pan with the garlic and the chili flake. And then here we have a cup of white wine. Okay? When using a white wine at home, you don't need to buy a certain type of wine, but you can always use Chardonnay, whatever you're drinking in-house. You definitely don't want to use a sweet wine though, so we want to use something a little drier, like a Chardonnay is fine, or a Pinot or something like that. So we're adding a little bit of cup of white wine. We're going to let that reduce. And then we have some canned tomatoes. You can use crushed tomatoes, the plum tomatoes. We like to use the plum tomatoes and just crush them with our hand. So you don't need to put them in a blender and use all your equipment at home and make a mess. Just use some crushed tomatoes that you crush with hand. And again, like I said before, this is whatever you like. If you want less tomato, add less tomato. If you want more tomato, add more tomato. If you want no tomato, just do white wine mussels. There is no wrong way here. Okay? So we added our tomato. We have our white wine. Just going to toss that a little bit. A little fresh salt. And when seasoning, please season from above. If you season closer, your food's going to be very salty. So if I were to take this and season from here, obviously that area of the food is going to be much saltier. If I season from above, I'm going to get a nice even salt all over the food. Okay? So far, olive oil, garlic, chili flake, mussels, white wine, and tomatoes. Okay? Take a pan, cover the top. We're going to go about 3 to 4 minutes, and your mussels are done. That's all you need to do. Okay, so like I said, it's simple. A great way to do this is we serve this with some grilled bread, a little bit of fresh olive oil over the top. Okay? When choosing an olive oil, it's really up to you. Taste. We taste about 30 different olive oils a month here at Barcelona, and we always decide. So right now we're using a Kerry brand olive oil, which we use for finishing. Extra virgin olive oil should always be used for finishing, not for cooking. When you apply heat to extra virgin olive oil, you're going to find that it becomes very bitter and will create that flavor in your food. So when you're cooking, you want to use vegetable oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, anything you can, but extra virgin olive oil is meant for finishing. Okay? So we're going to crank the heat, and you want to let these steam inside the pan. So the mussels have been cooking for about 3 minutes. We're going to take the lid off. As you can see, you're going to get a nice steam. You don't need to do a lot of playing around with the food. Like I said, you want them to steam. So once you put the lid on, you can walk away, have a glass of wine, talk to your friends, come back to it in about 3 minutes. Once the mussels have opened up, you're pretty much done. Okay? So we're just going to add, and you like to have a little liquid at the bottom. It's best for dipping with the bread. Who doesn't like to dip bread, right? we have some good olive oil, as I said. We're just going to finish over the top. These are our Mussels Al Diablo from Barcelona. Hope you enjoy.